Hi, and welcome to Big Three News with Afrik Football, guys. We are
Dun,
going
dun,
to be
dun,
doing this live stream. Yes,
dun.
Mr. Mwamba. Welcome back, Mr. Mwamba. We are going to be doing these live streams at
Thank you,
least
thank you, thank you.
twice in a month or in a week, of course. We're going to be doing them twice in a week. So, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to give a very simple premise of what these videos are going to be like. We're going to be talking about the biggest
Exactly.
stories of Kaizer Chiefs, Mamelodi Sundowns, and Orlando Pirates in South Africa. Mr. Mwamba, what do you have to add on?
Definitely. Looking at the big three teams in South Africa, I honestly feel this is like the best segment you can get the news for those three teams and the best segment for all their transfers.
No, definitely. I do understand. So, without further ado, we're going to dive in straight into the very first story, which is on the screen right now. Siphiwe Tshabalala is a player who does not have a club. Particularly, where this story is stemming from is that Tshabalala is a 38-year-old player who has not played any club football for the past 2 seasons, and he came out in an interview earlier this week stating that he has no club, but he does, and he could probably, he still wants to play, but he does not mind retiring. How do you feel about that, Mr. Wamba?
When I look at Shabalala, it being the World Cup period, firstly, I always remember the goal scored against Mexico in 2010.
Mhm.
And funny enough, Mexico is actually playing tonight. So it's a game I'm actually looking forward on seeing. But yeah, so for Shabalala, I feel he's 38. His legs are tired,
Mhm.
definitely. So I feel if
Mhm.
he's going to go back to Kaizer Chiefs, he shouldn't be going back there as a player because Kaizer Chiefs already have a lot of midfielders that are actually playing way better than he's playing, not prime Shabalala,
Mhm.
but current Shabalala. So I feel if he was going to go to Kaiser Chiefs, he might probably have to take up a role, more of the managerial role, maybe help out Arthur's one in the technical bench or something. What do you think about the Shabalala story?
No, okay. So with Shabalala, it's one thing. You have to basically say he is a legend of the South African football game. Particularly, he's got two league trophies. He's got three Telecom Knockout Cups. He's got two MTN Cups and one Nedbank Cup. So he comes with a wealth of knowledge and experience. And as you've stated, him making it back into the team, I do not see Shabalala coming back to Kaizer Chiefs as a player. Ultimately, when he's basically stated that he does not mind retiring, in my mind, what lit up was that Shabalala might come back to Kaizer Chiefs but in a coaching role. Arthur Zwane also was a player who played for Kaizer Chiefs, came back to the club in a coaching role, and I think right now, being 38 years old, Shabalala really needs to hang up his boots and just go to Kaizer Chiefs as a coaching staff. So, Mr. Mwamba, I do definitely agree with your sentiment. But the other question I'd like to ask is Shabalala has had a bit of exposure. Don't you think it would be better for him to go across the ocean to try and get his credentials from somewhere else? Like I noticed there's I think it's Lesonyane who came to Lusaka, Zambia to do his calf licenses. How do you feel about him instead of being in South Africa to learn football maybe from North Africa or Africa above? What do you think?
Definitely, seeing that Arthur's Wane is one manager who probably has a similar game style, and once that game style is maybe blocked, Arthur's Wane really doesn't have any other ideas. I feel for Shabalala, he should probably go to a coaching school somewhere in North Africa, maybe even the Middle East, the school that Guardiola and Jamal from Algeria, the current Algerian coach, went to. So as and Xavi, yeah, maybe you should also maybe go there and capture some information, know some of the tiki taka kinds of systems and everything, and maybe try to introduce it to Kaiser Chiefs. Maybe that way, Kaiser Chiefs will become better whenever Afazwane is maybe flat footed.
Mhm.
Shabalala can come in and maybe try to impose those tactics on the players.
No, definitely, Mr. Wamba. I do understand where you're coming from, and that is the thing that I've noticed. Some coaches like Alusi say he did get some of his licenses in the USA. So I think if Shabalala did go, or not in the USA, I mean in Europe. So if Shabalala did try and get some foreign exposure, I think it does help. Look at how Senegal is performing at the World Cup. That is an amalgamation of as a coach that studied some, spent some time in Europe and spent some time in Africa. I think that's what we should be asking of our players who retire. So I think it is a good idea for Shalala to return to Kaiser Chiefs, but as a coach, not as a player. But what do you guys think in the comments below? Do tell us. Do you think it would be right for Shalala to come back as a coach or not as a player? Because he has said he still has time in him and he still has some legs to play. but would you like to see him as a coach or would you like to see him as a player? Do let us know in the comments below because we'll be waiting for that comment. Mr. Wamba, I do understand where you're coming from, and I also agree with you. Let him go somewhere else outside Africa to get that coaching experience and knowledge, and let him come back
Definitely.
and bring some knowledge to the African continent. So we're going to move on to our
Definitely.
second story, and our second story is out here. So Dumisani Mavena is a free agent. He was training with Orlando Pirates a few months ago, and at the MTN 8 Cup final, he was with the squad training with them and celebrated with them. So this particular player, I'd like to say, I would like to categorically state is that he is 35 years of age and he is in the top 20 players in the PSL, top 20 goal scorers of the PSL with 52 goals. So in the top 20, he's ranked number 18 of the top 20 players in the PSL. But seeing that he's 35, do you think Jose Riviera would rather get this player and use his immense talent of particularly being the knowledge that he's got and experience? Do you think they could use him at Orlando Pirates? What are your thoughts on this particular story?
When I look at Dumisani Morena, seeing him in his time at Raw AM, he's a, at least a decent striker. He's not the best striker around, but he's a decent striker, and he's the kind of striker that I feel has probably kept himself properly, and
Mm-hmm.
he's got the physique to actually still continue playing soccer in the PSL, which is a bit different with Shabalala. When you see Shabalala at Amazulu, you see that heaviness, but for Dumisani Morena, he doesn't give you those vibes. And seeing that he's been training with the Orlando Pirates team, even during the MTN 8 training session, it
Mm-hmm.
seems already Jose has spotted something or has seen that this man here can actually, play football. This man here can actually help out with the team training and the defenders getting better and everything because he's got the pace, he's not too fast, of course, because of his age, but he's got the technique, the quality. So for me, the Dumisani Morena story came in as a rude shock when I actually heard he was training with Orlando Pirates. But of course, at Afrik Football, we had to get to the bottom of it and find out if it was true, and we discovered it was true. So
Mm-hmm.
my final verdict on the Dumisani Morena case is I think Dumisani Morena should be given a chance, but of course not in the PSO, but in the other smaller cup games.
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
no. So
around.
definitely, the rumor does go on and state that Mavena must be signed under Orlando Pirates. Well, in January, of course, during the January transfer window, they don't want to sign him right now because you do know if you sign him right now, you're not playing any football. It would mean you're signing a free agent and just giving him a wage. So I believe in January is when they're going to sign him, but we'll keep you guys posted on this story. And if you are enjoying this content, this is our new evening segment where me and Mr. Mom will come up with the stories that are trending during the day. We'll be doing it on Wednesdays and Fridays, so you guys should definitely like and subscribe, and you'll be able to watch his story. So I concur with Mr. Mamba. Yes, Mavena signing for Orlando Pirates. I don't know. It leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Seeing that he's been a prolific goal scorer with 52 goals in the PSL, one of the toughest leagues in Africa to score in. I think he isn't a bad striker, but like I said for Siphiwe Tshabalala, dude, you're 35 years old. Give the youngsters a chance. Just be a striking coach. Look at Benny McCarthy. Marcus Rashford is playing very well at the World Cup, and we can all attribute it to Benny McCarthy's influence on the youngster. So for me, my final verdict is Mavena should definitely stay away from being a football player and just become a coach. Just assist in the coaching staff, become a striker coach, and he'll probably make his money. But what are your final remarks, Mr. Wamba, on this Mavena story?
Yeah, so on this Marina story, I feel it's a story that we need to keep close to, and a story that we have to follow at Afric Football. Seeing that
Mm.
I'm the Afric Football specialist for Orlando Pirates, I'll definitely drop more videos on this story, videos that you guys should be looking out to, and you guys should subscribe, like, share, and comment.
All right. So, guys, thank you for tuning in to this evening news, the big three evening news. We'll be doing this every Wednesday and Friday. Guys, remember to like and subscribe, and we'll definitely see you in the next one. Peace.